Some spirits are aged, but this one, it's immortal, bold, complex, impossible to forget. Shall we taste history together?
What's up, and welcome back to an episode of Black Shirt Bourbon Society. Today, we're going to try Bhakta Spirits. Wait, try? Try again.
Again.
Let's get drinking and we'll explain more later. Okay, so if you guys have followed us for long enough, you know that we did the Flavor Your Advent calendar back in December. Well, Bhakta was number 2 or 3 on the tasting list and number 1 on our top 10.
Oh, absolutely.
This was so freaking good that literally after we tasted it, I went online and had to buy a bottle. So what was cool was if you bought the full-size bottle, you got a tasting of 4 different products from them. And even your first purchase came with a little Glencairn. So kind of neat to add to our collection of merch and stuff that we have as part of our repertoire. But I'll tell you what, I mean, we have not tasted a bad product with anything we've done so far. We've done a really good job of curating our own tastings and everything. But Bhakta's just out of this world. It's a bold rye, but it's fortified with these Armagnac casks, which it's nuts how great this is. And I'm really excited to try the little minis because you actually have rum and Armagnac itself and a couple different varieties of whiskey. So let's get into it.
Yes. So the other nice thing is, we typically go to a distillery and we'll bring back a couple of products. So like the Advent calendar, we're trying to introduce something a little different, like once a month, doing these tasting experiences. So for this month, we'll do Bhakta. So we're going to go back to the Bhakta 1928, which is exactly what we tried. I think it was number 2 on the Advent calendar.
Number 1 in our hearts.
Number 1 in our hearts. So it is, average age is 15 years. 100 proof. It's definitely a whiskey blend, finished in those Armagnac casks.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so sweet. Caramel, vanilla. I think we talked last time a little bit of that custard.
Yeah,
flavor.
Custard for sure.
Custard on the nose. So on that palate is definitely the rye, the oak, the vanillas, the nice spice to it. Just really, really good.
Yeah, it's a lingering oak taste, but it's so smooth and just If you haven't tried this before, I'm pretty sure that they ship to all 50 states. You need to get a bottle. Like, this is hands down probably this is a top 10 spirit for me for 2024, already into 2025, and it's a top 10. Bhakta, just phenomenal.
And that rye spice just lingers on the palate as you finish it off. So glad to be able to try this again.
Yes, I'm glad we have a full-size bottle too. That's for sure. This will be an enjoying with company for many, many moons.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll be right back when we try some of these little mini bottles. All right, number 2 for Bhakta is the 2013 bourbon. It is a 99% corn bourbon, which wow, 99%. That's pretty intense. And it underwent a secondary cask finish in French oak Armagnac barrels. And a good friend of ours, Pops from Black Draft Distillery, talks about the French oak barrels and calls them limousine oak because of how they're so sought after and so expensive. So, I mean, that goes to show that they're not sparing any expense on their products whatsoever.
No. So as we look at this 2013 bourbon, it's a little bit darker on the color. maybe between that straw and amber.
Yeah.
Vanilla. Definitely get that corn.
Mm-hmm.
Some oak on the nose as well. So definitely a sweetness, but spicy.
Definitely has the spice.
A nuttiness to it.
Yeah.
Hazelnut.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of
nutmeg.
nutmeg.
Yeah. But then there's a fruity note to it too.
Maybe a little bit of apple.
Maybe some pear.
You know what? I was
Like,
just gonna say,
but like cooked pear with like the spice, like those winter pear dishes.
yeah, on that last taste, I definitely got the pear.
I still think I like 1928 better,
I would agree with that.
but that was not a bad bourbon whatsoever.
No, not at all.
All right, so now we're going to move into number 3. So we'll be right back. Number 3 in our Bacata tasting experience is their 2013 rye. It is 95% rye with a second finish in Calvados cask, which is kind of a unique thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the one thing I really liked about this tasting, and we'll get to the other two as well, is it had both the bourbon and the rye as well. So,
Yeah.
you know, if we take a look at this rye, you know, the color is maybe a little bit darker, maybe that amber on the color there.
But also, like, look at the legs. It's over 100 proof, isn't it? 104?
Yeah, so I think it's close to about 108 proof.
108, okay.
Very long legs on it. You know, on the nose, I get the caramel, but I also get a very apple
Oh, yeah.
forward on the nose.
Oh. That's silky.
It is. The rye, very spicy, silky, nice pepper, nutmeg.
But it almost comes across as a dry. Like there's a flavor in it that comes like as a dry white wine.
Yeah, it is. It seems to finish that way.
Yeah, yeah. That's good.
It is. The caramel, the vanilla, but it is definitely a really good rye.
Yeah, it's a great rye. Well, I'll add that to my top 5. I know that my top 5 changes every time we try a rye, but I don't know. This could be top 5.
Another great product from Bacata.
Yeah, have not been disappointed in anything Bacata has made so far.
No.
It's been very, very good. All right, so we're going to be moving on to number 4. So Bacata doesn't just make bourbons and ryes. They also make some rums, which is unique for this channel because it's not something that we do quite often. But I mean, as part of this tasting series, it's going to be really good to see how they incorporate and the flavors blend. So this is a 1990 Jamaican rum. So the rum actually is from Appleton Estates, which you've been to the Appleton distillery, and I have drank plenty of Appleton in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So
last year we had an opportunity to go to the Appleton Estates and do a tour as well as a tasting, and it was fantastic tour, great tasting, and was really pleasantly surprised when Bacata had this as part of this tasting to introduce that Appleton rum into this.
Yeah. So this has been created in 2014. It was blended into the stills, and then 3 years of aging in bourbon and rye barrels to give it. And then actually they put it in their Armagnac
Finished in the
cask.
Armagnac.
So, I mean, Bacata loves that Armagnac. That's for sure. But who doesn't?
Yeah, and so I'm looking forward to finishing with the Armagnac. But as we look at this rum, I would say in between that straw and the amber. Not as dark as the rye was.
Yeah.
That banana is so forward there.
Mhm.
Oak and banana is what I get on the nose.
Yeah, but also it is a high proof. It's what like 120. You hits you in the face with that strong proof.
Yeah, 124 proof if I remember correctly. Definitely higher on that proof. Ooh, yeah, definitely the 124 proof. Definitely a spice, the allspice. Definitely clove.
A little pepper.
Maybe
But-
even a fruitiness to it. Kind of like a citrus.
Yeah. But like a very sweet citrus, an orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that spice lingers on the finish.
Oh yeah. Almost gives you a little bit of that bittery licorice finish.
Okay. I don't quite get the licorice. I just have that. It seems like that allspice and the clove just linger there for me.
Yeah. That's another great one. I mean,
It is, especially
as-
for a rum.
yes, yeah, for a rum product, it is very, very good. Yeah. Okay, we have one more left,
So-
and this is my first time having Armagnac, so I'm super stoked about this because we've loved what Bhakta has done with their Armagnac casks. So let's see how Armagnac stacks up to everything else. We'll be right back. Okay, so the last of our samplings today from Bhakta is a 1973 Armagnac.
1973.
1973. That's older than both of us. Way older than me. Not way older than him. A little bit, but it's okay. So I think the Armagnac makes things kind of unique because of this. This is what kind of got us hooked on the Bhakta line of spirits because they use these Armagnac casks. So now we finally get to do an actual Armagnac. And this has been aged for 50 years.
50 years.
So for those who don't know, Armagnac is basically brandy distilled from wine, but from a specific region of southwest France in the Armagnac region. So I really have nothing else to say about this. I'm just ready to taste it. So give us some notes, sir.
So it is dark.
Oh, so dark.
It is a lot darker than what we've seen before. I would say maybe in the chestnut color.
Yeah. Oh.
It's sweet
Mhm.
with some fruits, brown sugar.
Yeah. So sweet.
So definitely sweetness to it. I get a lot of cinnamon on the front.
It has a little pepper.
It does, but it seems to be different than some of the other peppers we've tasted.
It's not like a rye spice pepper. It's
It is
it's a light pepper.
Yeah, so white pepper,
white pepper,
yeah.
yeah. Maybe a little nutmeg,
I would agree with that.
but that brown sugar and like some cooked fruits, some like apple pear, very seasonal winter fruit cooked. That's so good.
It is. Get that stewed fruits, but it has a very long finish.
Yeah, an oaky finish.
It does.
That's great.
It is, and that cinnamon. I think the cinnamon just lingers there.
Yeah. What's the proof on this one? Do we have? Nope, not that one. Is it that
So
one
if
there?
we go to look at this one, it appears to be about 106.
Okay, that makes sense. It has that little bit of a heat to it, but
Yeah.
not anything crazy. That's great. I mean, I think Bhakta outdid themselves on this whole line. I mean, nothing is bad, from the rums to the bourbons to the ryes to the Armagnac to our favorite for sure, the 1928. I mean,
They put together great tasting. And if you look at their website to try to get bottles of these individual ones, I think their pricing for the tasting is very good compared to what you would pay for each of these individual bottles.
oh, for sure, for sure. And I think that this is a great way as a beginner to experience a wide variety of products, even through
Yeah.
just a single company, where you can taste a small bottle and get acclimated to different products, different tastes, and see what you want. Like I said, again, we started with this video. We said, we did the 1928 through the Flaviar's Advent calendar, and it was moments after we finished that video that we ordered this bottle.
Yeah.
And definitely not disappointing. I mean, great thing for Flaviar to add in, and Bacata makes an incredible product. So my question to you is, if you're not drinking bourbon, rye, or whiskey, what is your spirit of choice?
Yeah.
Do you have a spirit of choice if you're not drinking bourbon, rye, or whiskey?
So I would say typically, if it's not a bourbon or a rye or a whiskey, it's typically a gin. And I would say it's a gin with a very forward juniper flavor.
Yeah. So I didn't like gin before we started, drinking together. And I will say this, the cliche that everyone says, it tastes like pine sol. And the more that we've drank, gin and tonics and just gin in general, or going to a lot of distilleries who are producing gins, I have really started to enjoy that juniper forward gin.
The McClintock Forester, it is just an
it's so
outstanding gin.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And KO makes a great gin.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But, this great tasting set between getting a bourbon, a rye, a rum, and an Armagnac, what a great experience to be able to try so many different products.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Okay, guys, until next time, like, subscribe, comment, and happy drinking.